The What It Takes Radio Company presents another adventure with Inconvenient Ideas. I'm Stan, and today we're going to move into the coaching zone. Let me tell you some stories.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, friends, and perhaps a few foes. This is Stan Houston once again, and this time we're coming to you from the coaching zone. But the coaching zone is a part of what we call the inconvenient ideas, because oftentimes when we are coaching people, we are sharing what is usually our Monday and Tuesday program, which is inconvenient ideas. And that's a good topic because most ideas are inconvenient if they're helpful and useful. At the same time, there are many ideas which are just not very good. And if we follow them, we will have a variety of inconvenient things that will happen to us. So we stick with the title. It's the Inconvenient Ideas podcast and a video radio show, whatever you want to call it. The Wall Street Journal, which I usually get just on the weekend because it has a lot of stuff which is just interesting. It doesn't have a lot of news in it. It just simply has a lot of interesting ideas, stories in it. And that's what I really like in a newspaper. If I want to know what's exactly going on right now, I don't have to go to a newspaper anymore. Obviously, if you want what I call POM, point of the moment news, you have a variety of internet and media sources to go to. Now, that term POM is very important. POM. Now, that's one of the reasons I'm in the radio business. It's because radio is one of the few, and now video, which is actually radio with pictures, it allows me and it allows those people who are practitioners of it to actually be point of the moment. I mean, I don't have to record this 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days ago and then put it through an editor. I can do it right now on the 21st day of April in the early afternoon. It's point of the moment. And right now, this is kind of a up and down day. Now, first of all, I was out on very important family and other business for the last week or so. So I wasn't around that much. It was inconvenient for me to be here. But finally, we put some things together and made a number of changes in our life. Now, one of my friends said he thinks that 26 is going to be pretty good. I said, for some people, it's going to be pretty good. For a lot of people, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be a tough year. And of course, what's going to happen tomorrow? The year 26 is, in effect, after 47 years, the United States decided that maybe after 47 years of being harassed or whatever, that they were going to take care of under the leadership of President Donald Trump. They were going to take care of the Iranian menace. And they have pretty well taken care of it. However, like everything in a great adventure and in a war, nothing goes according to plan perfectly. People who ask about that just simply don't understand human nature and they don't understand the world that we live in. Nothing works perfectly, no plan works perfectly, and there are always adjustments and things you have to do. Now, Trump has said that tomorrow will be, again, the final day in the ceasefire, and then again, the bombs might begin to happen again. And in effect, what Trump has done in many ways, uh, again, this is not a political statement. This is just an observation based on my experience looking at leadership through many years of living. Um, Oftentimes we say we want our leaders to be transparent, and that's very true. We want to know what's going on. However, in many cases, we can't know what's going on because the people who are doing it aren't really sure what's going on, but they are pressing forward as best they can, or as they think they should, or the way they want to. What will happen, we don't know. But what Trump has done by keeping the blockade in in touch and intact with the Iranians, no matter what, we now know that the Iranian leadership is at war within itself. And that was probably part of his reason. He may figure out that, in effect, it could happen, because it has happened, that you don't have to go in and overthrow some bad guys. You just may have to get rid of a couple bad guys. In effect, you oftentimes can get the bad guys to fight each other, and the actual regime change that might take place in Iran might be they do it to themselves. And then other forces can step forward. That has happened a lot. And so that might be a part of his plan. Again, we don't know. And he probably won't tell us until he does it. So that's, again, a thought about an inconvenient idea and what it does. Now, what I want to suggest today, just for your thought and consideration, are a couple things. First of all, remember that the AI phenomenon is making things happen big time. Obviously, the fact that the performance economy and what my friend Joe Pine calls the transformation economy is changing the ways we have to do business in our world today. Now, as a result of this, there are a number of pundits right now who are simply saying, remember, and there's a major crisis going forward in education. Truly. A lot of discontent with higher education. A lot of people are saying that the entire education complex that we have established has become corrupt. It has become too unmanageable. It's been too affordable, that from top to bottom, we have to do a real restructuring of the educational system. And that's probably in many cases going to happen. We will see what will be. But as one person has pointed out, and many have echoed them, is that in effect, one of the things that we should be teaching young people today, and it should be how to deal with money. As I say, everybody wants money. And so everybody's trying to do things to get money. And one of the things that we have not done, obviously, is teach young men and women how to deal with money. Some people call it financial literacy. I simply call it, in effect, financial intelligence or money smarts, or to put a little bit of a marketing ring to it. Remember that everybody wants money so they can get the good stuff. Yeah, they want the good stuff. The problem is, most people don't know how to get the good stuff. And some of them don't even know what the good stuff is. And so we have to help men and women, younger men and women in particular, but we all need that. I need that from time to time. We have to decide how we are going to make money, how we're going to spend money, how we're going to give money away, and how we're going to share it with others so that this can be a better world. So I point out, generosity is one of the more important things to learn, how to be generous. I call that the fifth zone in the 7 life zones. Remember, without generosity, civilization will collapse. So something has to happen to people. They have to be transformed or changed in a certain way, is they actually come to the point of saying, I need to share what I have with others. Generosity makes the world go round. Sometimes, obviously, more than love does. And generosity is the key to keeping us together as a civilized society. A bit of an inconvenient idea, but I just want that to sit on your head for a while. But here's the wind up. Okay, here we go. Part of the educational system should be that every young man or woman, that should include it, yes, really, whatever you want to identify with, uh, we should teach the basics of self-employment and of entrepreneurship. The reason being that we used to say that, in effect, take the liberal arts, and I'm a liberal arts graduate, learn all the good stuff about life and history and music and culture, yes. And then you are prepared to go out into the business world, and in effect, you are well educated so you can pick up a variety of other business skills as you need to or as you want to in graduate education. But learn and be liberally educated in the best sense of the word, which has nothing to do with right or left or political. But now some are saying it's time to do, no, they're not saying this. It's time to do what Stan says. No, they're not. Uh, in effect, it's time for every young man or woman to experience how to be an entrepreneur, how to not necessarily look for how to get a good job or how to choose a career, but everybody should at least have the teaching and training of doing something like, how do I build my own business? How do I build my own enterprise? That's why we have a program, the 7 things you need to know to build your own starship enterprise. It's a great program. I'm going to offer it to you for your young people, for you. We've worked 30 years on this, but there are ways that you need to learn, to know, and to do, and to think to be an entrepreneur. And so I just simply want that you would think about that. Even if you are well and self-employed, think about making sure that perhaps you can turn your self-employment into an enterprise where it's not just you being paid, it's you're building a business and the business pays you. Also be aware of the fact that in doing so, you are gaining many of the skills that will suit you in any particular endeavor, even if you decide to, as I say, stop working for somebody and join a company and work with them. And there you are thinking self-employed, you are thinking entrepreneurial, but what you're doing is you're working with a firm or a company. But it's not your job, it's not necessarily your career, it's your present entrepreneurial employment project, your compensation career for that time and in that place. But it could change. Being an entrepreneur means you are prepared to look for every and any new market opportunity and have the skills to see if you can make a good living, make good money, so you can get the good stuff because you are prepared to act and think, believe, maybe know how to actually do, how to be a world-class entrepreneur. And we also suggest that the Jesus entrepreneur might be something that you want to imitate too. But that, of course, is another show called the Jesus Entrepreneur Podcast, which goes tomorrow or the next day or so. I'm Stan. Please think about that. We're here to help you change your life. We have a number of business opportunities. We have a number of classes and courses that we're putting together. And we can design one especially for you. I've been doing this for almost a half century, and I can do it well for you too. So please reach out to me at Stan@Wit Radio, because everything I do is on the radio. What It Takes Radio, Stan@witradio.net. We are truly a network and a collective and a group of people who are trying to help each other and trying to help you survive, thrive, and serve others, and serve well and live well, particularly in these challenging times. 26 will be a challenging year, a challenging time. Let's be the kind of people who know how to meet those challenges and turn what could be obstacles into opportunities. That's the business we're in, and that's what we want to help you do. Once again, Stan@witradio.net, Stan@witradio.net. And as someone said, sometimes all you should do is just go to your search engine, your Google it, and just put in Stan's name. And who knows, Stan Houston, what comes up? There are hundreds of radio programs, articles, and videos, and whatever comes up might actually be quite helpful to you. Give it a try. It's kind of fun. I even do it to myself sometimes to see what the algorithms have chosen to show of me to the world that day. By the way, do it for yourself too. See how the world's algorithms are positioning and placing you. All the best and blessings to you. And always close with a benediction. Always give and leave a blessing, so it will go well with you. Take care. We'll see you soon, someday. Till next time, bye for now.